Greater Philadelphia Film Office, and certainly with the tremendous leadership of Sharon Pinkenson, has brought Philadelphia to the country, if not the world, through the wonder of film.
She's taken it from, you know, the infancy to the roaring lion that it is now, you know.
The Film Commission here does an amazing job of, you know, of really just helping smooth the way for you, especially on bigger productions. And, you know, they're a great partner and a great asset to have in the city.
We have every possible locale. The people are sweet, you know. We have gorgeous, one-of-a-kind things, and we have the Philly Film Office and Sharon.
I always fell in love with movies from the very beginning. I used to go to the Levittown Shopping Center movie theater for all Saturday afternoon to watch the cartoons and the movies. I used to like to stay to read all of the credits at the end. I was really interested in who all these people were and what were all these jobs they were doing. It was the fashion business that got me into the film business. I opened a boutique called Plage Tahiti, and I started designing my own collection. And somebody walked in my store one day and asked me if I would be their stylist. I eventually started working in television commercials, so I was freelance in the film business for 8 years. In this Sunday paper, there was a big article about how the then governor of Pennsylvania had just given a big grant to the Pittsburgh Film Office and was concerned that the Philadelphia Film Office hadn't had a director in a really long time. I asked Mr. Rendell for lunch, and he said yes. So I was very excited, and I brought him my proposal.
She pushed the idea, and I thought it was a good idea. It was a question of, could we afford it? We were closing down rec centers. We were closing down libraries. We were cutting the budget for virtually everything that the city did. I knew that it was one of the things that I definitely wanted to do, but the only question was when.
And the next thing I knew, he was talking about how he was going to rejuvenate the film office.
The opportunity was there for the city, and I also thought that the relentlessness that Sharon showed in approaching me would help her attract films and keep them here in Philadelphia.
She manages to be gorgeous and be really good and really sly and fantastically capable. And yet, you know, you look at her, and it's almost a cognitive dissonance. You know, here's this woman, and she plays to it. She plays with the hair and, you know, fabulous clothes and stuff. And she's just one of the best things that has ever happened to this town.
Sharon is the epitome of work ethic. She is nonstop motion. She's pretty much nonstop talking.
I don't know, in one sense it feels like Pinky was always there, you know, and in another sense I'm dead certain she wasn't there in the beginning because everything was so haphazard. I mean, on Rocky II, we were supposed to supply what we call a honey wagon, and what showed up was a tractor trailer with 6 porta potties chained to it, right? And of course, nobody in the crew would even go near this thing, right? It was Philly's idea of, gee, they're gonna need somewhere to go, you know?
Well, Sharon was proactive. She went out and looked for projects, looked for movies. If she heard about a movie or a TV pilot, she went after them and tried to sell Philadelphia. There was none of that before Sharon arrived.
I think what's good is she had a definite goal, and she's always continued to work in that goal, and I think that she succeeded, and that recognition of Philadelphia has grown.
We're not a permitting agency. We're not just an organization that cares about getting in big films. The most important people to us are those people who live and work in this community and create their moving pictures in this community.
Sharon and Joan and the rest of the GPFO have, you know, made an effort to kind of keep up with me. There's a continuing developing relationship that I feel like continues to kind of grow.
You know, I was Sharon's assistant for 4.5 years. It was my first job out of college, and I learned, you know, what it took to be a producer in Philadelphia from my years there. I got to see firsthand how hard Sharon works to make Philadelphia a filmmaking destination.
We have location, we have talent, we roll out the red carpet for you, and we make it very, very easy. And we have the Pennsylvania film tax credit.
Sharon led the charge to get the film tax credit in Pennsylvania, and that helped us really take off to the next level.
It's just kind of like a killer app in the funding toolkit.
Fundraising is always difficult to do. When you can incentivize an investor to say that there's a way you can get tax money back, it just helps sweeten the pot. For big budgets and small budgets, you know, we're all in the same boat.
Philadelphia has had a great number of films and TV shows. Not only were the movies great, but in many instances they really showed great architecture and the beauty of Philadelphia. But Sharon is at the heart and soul of what the Greater Philadelphia Film Office is all about.
We really cherish the relationship that we have with Sharon and everyone there, and we feel empowered to continue to do what we do, in part because of the support that we get from them.
I'm extraordinarily proud of what she's accomplished and what she's accomplished for Philadelphia. It's just beyond anybody's wildest expectations, probably even beyond Sharon's wildest expectations. And all I've got to do to say, Sharon, is, you know, people always ask me if I miss being mayor or governor, and I do, because I miss the opportunity to help people and to meet the challenges that our people in the city and the state faced. But I don't miss having to respond to your phone calls. I don't miss your nagging. I don't miss your relentless hawking. But I'm glad you're doing it to someone else.
The one last thing that I really need Sharon to focus on, and I thought that it would be recognized in the film industry, given the incredible performance, a cameo nonetheless in Law Abiding Citizen, that, I mean, at some point along the way, you know, I need to get my SAG card.